Have you ever felt like life just keeps knocking you down? Like no matter how hard you try, you just can't catch a break? If so, you need to hear the story of Wang Juxiang. This isn't just a story about farming. It's a story about the incredible power of the human spirit to overcome unimaginable hardship. Wang Juxiang was born in a small, remote village. From a young age, life was a struggle. He lost his father when he was just a child, leaving his mother to raise him and his siblings alone. They were poor, and every day was a fight for survival. To ease his mother's burden, Wang dropped out of school early to work. He took on any job he could find, from herding sheep to working in coal mines. Life was tough, but he had a simple dream: to build a family, earn a decent living, and take care of his mother. He eventually met and married a wonderful woman, and they had two beautiful children, a son and a daughter. For a while, it seemed like his dream was finally coming true. He worked hard, saved every penny, and poured it all into building a new house for his family. It was a symbol of hope, a testament to his hard work, but fate had a cruel twist in store. Just as the house was nearing completion, a devastating fire broke out. In a matter of hours, everything he had worked for turned to ash. The new house, his savings, everything was gone. The blow was immense, leaving him and his family with nothing but the clothes on their backs and a mountain of debt. It felt like the end of the world. Many people in his village thought he would never recover, that he was broken beyond repair. And for a time, he was. The weight of his loss was crushing. But in that moment of absolute despair, something inside him shifted. Looking at his wife and his young children, he knew he couldn't give up. He had to fight. He had to rebuild, not just his house, but their lives. This wasn't just a setback, it was a test. And he was determined to pass it. With a renewed sense of purpose, Wang decided to go back to what he knew best: the land. He saw an opportunity in the mountains that surrounded his village. Everyone else saw barren slopes, but he saw potential. He decided to start an orchard, to grow fruit, and create a sustainable business. It was a risky move. The terrain was difficult, and he had no money. He had to borrow from relatives and friends, adding to his already significant debt. The initial years were brutal. He and his wife lived in a makeshift shed on the mountainside, enduring harsh weather and grueling physical labor. They had to clear the land by hand, stone by stone. They had to dig irrigation channels, plant saplings, and protect them from pests and the elements. Many nights, he would look at his calloused hands and wonder if he had made the right choice. The doubt was always there, whispering in his ear. But every morning, he got up and went back to work. He was driven by a powerful force: the love for his family and the refusal to be defined by his tragedy. He learned everything he could about agriculture, experimenting with different fruit varieties to see what would grow best in the local climate. He faced countless failures. Some saplings died, crops failed, and at times, it felt like he was just throwing money and effort into a black hole. But he persisted. Slowly, painstakingly, things began to change. The saplings grew into trees, the first blossoms appeared, and then, finally, the first harvest. It wasn't much, but it was a start. It was proof that his hard work was not in vain. That first taste of his own fruit was the taste of victory, a sweet reward for years of bitterness and struggle. As his orchard grew, so did his vision. He didn't just want to sell fruit, he wanted to build a brand. He focused on quality, growing organic produce that was healthy and delicious. Word began to spread about the farmer on the mountain who grew incredible fruit. People started coming from nearby towns to buy directly from him. His reputation for honesty and quality grew. He didn't stop there. Seeing the potential for growth, he embraced new technologies. He started using social media and e-commerce platforms to sell his produce to a wider audience. He would live stream from his orchard, showing people the beautiful trees, the ripe fruit, and sharing his story. People weren't just buying fruit, they were buying into his journey of resilience. They were inspired by his authenticity and his unbreakable spirit. His business exploded. Orders poured in from all over the country. He went from being a debt-ridden farmer on the brink of despair to a successful entrepreneur. But Wang Juxiang never forgot where he came from. He used his success to lift up his entire community. He hired fellow villagers, taught them his farming techniques, and helped them start their own orchards. He created a cooperative, allowing local farmers to sell their produce together under his brand, ensuring better prices and a stable income for everyone. He transformed his village. What was once a place of poverty and limited opportunity became a thriving agricultural hub. The barren mountainsides that once symbolized his loss were now covered in lush, fruit-bearing trees, a symbol of collective prosperity and hope. Wang Juxiang's story is so much more than a tale of agricultural success. It's a powerful lesson in resilience. He faced a fire that destroyed his home, but he didn't let it destroy his spirit. Instead, he took that pain, that devastating loss, and used it as fuel. He turned his personal tragedy into a source of immense power that not only rebuilt his own life, but also transformed his entire community. His journey teaches us that our greatest strength is often forged in our darkest moments. It's not about avoiding failure or hardship, because that's impossible. It's about how we respond when we get knocked down. Do we stay down, or do we get back up, stronger and more determined than before? Wang chose to get back up. He proves that with perseverance, a clear vision, and an unwillingness to surrender, you can turn any wasteland into a fruitful garden. You can overcome any obstacle, so next time you feel like the world is against you, remember the farmer who lost everything to a fire. Remember how he stood in the ashes of his dreams and decided to plant a seed. Your setback doesn't have to be the end of your story. It can be the beginning of your greatest chapter. Let your pain become your power. Thank you so much for watching. If this story inspired you, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share it with someone who might need to hear it today. We'll see you in the next video.